Hey guys, Mark or I'm Steve Gaming here, and welcome back to another video. And today's video is will be much different though compared to the other videos. Not a live commentary, not a voiceover, well it is a voiceover as obviously, but this will be more of an idea video. And this probably will be a little more uncommon on my channel, but this is something I've been thinking of a lot though. And I think it'd be really cool though just to share this and see what you guys think of it. So let's get into it though. So recently I got Battlefield 1, and this is a really cool game. I'm really enjoying it a whole heck of a lot. And there's a certain game mode that I've been playing though called Operations, and it's a really cool game mode. And I'm going to explain real quick what it's like. And Operations is literally a huge, large-scale combat warfare. It's about the same size as Conquest game mode, but there's kind of a cool objective though the way it works. So you spawn in and there's like a intro. There's like a person narrating basically what the war is like, and it's kind of almost like you're going to like a campaign mission or something, which is very cool though. And then you spawn either on one side, maybe like you're either the Germans or the British or the Austro-Hungarians or the Italians. And basically one side you'll know that you're either defending or playing the objective. And basically there are certain points in the map that you have to take control of, like sectors. And either one team's defending or the other one is playing the objective, trying to take over and advancing, basically. Like that's how World War I worked. And it's a very engaging game mode though. And there's also battalions, so maybe the offensive might have certain amount of sides they might have. So there's a certain battalion, so they have 200 troops, basically what it will be like. And if their 200 troops die, they will not succeed in getting the objectives, and basically I'll stop and go into the next area though. And if they succeed, they'll move on and get more life, or battalion members into their squads though. And if you're defending and you fight off all the battalions, you win, and you then go on to the next map where they defend more then. But if the offensive pushes the defensive, it moves on to the next defense point, and you have to defend more. So it's a very fun game mode though. But now we're going to switch to another game though, and that's Halo 5 Warzone. Now I'll explain Warzone real quick, but Warzone, it's basically you're on two teams, red and blue, and there are certain parts of the map that are you have to either control and defend. And if you're on the offensive, you can also take over those points and start controlling them as well. And also AIs will spawn around the map, and you could kill them and get points. And also you could capture all the certain spots like the bases or the monuments, you name it, all the different types of structures, and control them all and expose the enemy core to destroy it and to get an automatic win of 1,000 points. Now here comes the idea that I'm really thinking that's cool. What if somehow 343 made a Halo 6 Warzone more like Operations? And this is what I want to get into the video. This is the idea though I have though, because I think this would be really cool though for Warzone, having more of a larger scaled battle though for Warzone. Because Warzone, it is pretty much the biggest game that we do have. It's only a 12v12, which is very small though. If you like looked at a Battlefield player's eyes, they might think that's small, but this is really big for Halo though. But I'm just thinking, what if we can make it bigger though? I think it'd be really cool if we would do this, because make the battle and objectives more engaging. Fights will be more engaging, having tons of Spartans coming at maybe like ton of the other players that might be cool if they're elites. So may have like one team would be the UNSC Spartans, and the other team would be the Covenant, or whoever the next faction will be in Halo 6, possibly the Banished. And there's basically the two sides fighting, which make it have more like a story-like feel to it though. And there'll be like different types of Warzone maps, and have different objectives though, and just different setups, like different types of maps, different types of looks, and they play differently though. And that engages, like each type of map has a different type of play style, so the player has to change up their play style as well. Now the games should be much longer, because a game of Operations in Battlefield 1 can literally last for 45 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and a half possibly. Who knows, maybe even longer though. But I'm not too sure if they are in past Battlefield games though. I have played Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline, that's it. I'm still new to the Battlefield series though. But I think this is a newer game mode, but this is very cool, and the games are much, much longer than a regular game of like Team Deathmatch or anything else we've ever played. And literally probably make a Warzone game look so short, may look like a game of Slayer in length. Now, the way AI should appear is maybe like just how they do in Warzone. Just spawn random locations though, but they should spawn in a location that no one would really expect. No like set spawns would be like a pattern though. Just different locations every time. It should be different type of AI every time. And we did see that in the Warzone firefight update though, which kind of did reset the way the AI spawn in different AIs in different locations. And basically one team has to maybe go, or one part of the team might have to go and take out the AI, like a War and Eternal spawns in one part of the map. So basically some Spartans might have to go take out the War and Eternal, and some elites have to take out the War and Eternal. But while there's still parts of the map that some players are trying to play on the offensive and some are trying to play on the defensive. Now, the only thing I say about the rec system, just make it work. May have like a vehicle protection spawn, or maybe just have the maybe like a cooldown, a little bit shorter or something, or just who knows really how they can make it work. I'm not really too sure out really what's wrong with the rec system, to be honest, myself. But I know there are problems though. I do know what they are sometimes, but I just can't think of them on the fly though for some reason though. And also, Battlefield has vehicles that will spawn around the map. I know on Apex 7 there will be some mongoose that do spawn the shoreline, but on Battlefield they have like whole different types of vehicles spawn. There'll be tanks that'll be there that you can get when you first spawn in, and motorbikes and airplanes. So I'm saying maybe if you did this for Warzone in Halo 6, maybe have some mongoose spawn and some warthogs, maybe like a tank over in this part, or like a wasp over here. Maybe for Covenant they'll have some banshees and wraiths, and maybe like the Spectre from Halo 2, which I hope that comes back maybe, because that was a very cool vehicle though, and just so on, and kind of like the same for that, so both teams have the equal amount of vehicles. And maybe some special ones like a Phaeton will spawn here, or maybe if they just bring some new vehicles into Halo 6, maybe there'll be like a certain area that a Pelican might just drop off a certain vehicle and that you have to take control of. And I think that'd be really cool. And another thing is just have really large maps, because Battlefield maps, they're huge, so you can have these giant large scale combat fighting scenarios, which makes the game so cool and just more engaging. That's what Halo needs, just more engaging fights, and nothing that's too large that it'll be like lacking in fights, but large enough that Spartans could run around with their thrusters. And maybe that's the type of game mode that Spartans can have, their thruster packs and their clamber ability, so the movement is much faster across the map. It makes it more warlike, and Spartans slam into some elites and just makes it seem like an actual battle. Make the maps have the environment actually interact with players. I mean, like if I literally how they have somehow the stone blocking off the cave, I can Spartan slam into that cave, or just buildings would actually fall down, and actually the actual map would just change the environment like Battlefield 1 and the other Battlefields do. I think this would make Warzone much more battle-like and much more grandiose, which basically means just more awesome and just cool, which I think that'd be really cool. So basically, that's all I have to say though, after rambling on about this idea that I really don't know if that could happen, but maybe somehow they'll see this video, and who knows though. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions about this idea. I think this would be really cool though for Halo 6, if they would do the Warzone game mode again, because I like Warzone a lot. I think this would be much cooler than the regular Warzone. You still have like a Warzone firefight, maybe have some smaller maps dedicated for Warzone firefight, or just maybe like a Warzone assault, but kind of like without the AIs, but just the same idea. But this is more kind of like just a regular Warzone game mode I'm thinking of. So guys, hope you liked the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have yourself a fantastic day.